Hey everyone, welcome back to the Wyoming Knits YouTube channel. My name is Jenny Lee and this is my channel where I like to talk about all things knitting. Today is Sunday, May 18th, 2025, and this is episode 90. You can find me on Instagram as Jenny Lee Knits, and you can find me on Ravelry as Jenny Lee S Knits. And today I'm coming to you from Southwest Wyoming, where I live with my husband, our daughter, and our little Yorkie, Dax. So it has been 2 weeks since we last chatted. Last weekend was Mother's Day, and I decided to take the day off and just sit and knit all day. My daughter kept the house clean and made lunch and helped me clean up after dinner, and so that was pretty nice to just kind of take a day off. Let's start with what I am wearing. I am wearing my Wyoming Knits sweatshirt. I do have a Spreadshirt shop linked in the description below or somewhere. You can click on it and go look at all the Wyoming Knits merch that I have if you would like to support the channel that way. And then we can have matching sweatshirts. So I don't have any finished objects for myself. I do have one finished object that I will show you. I have these socks. I have both of these. You have not seen these yet. This is what I chose for my mother-in-law's socks for Mother's Day. I did not get them finished for Mother's Day. I think I finished them on Tuesday. So I used the String of Lights pattern by Sock Witchery. I started with a German twisted cast on. I did 64 stitches. I did a 2x2 rib for 20 rounds. And then I think I did 60 rounds on the leg in the String of Lights pattern. Then I did the slip stitch heel flap. I don't think the slip stitch heel flap is in the String of Lights pattern. That is the heel flap that is in the Vanilla Socks by Crazy Sock Lady. And then I usually do her heel and her toe. So I did the String of Lights pattern on the top of the foot and vanilla on the bottom. So I finished these. It took me, let's see. I started them on the 5th and finished them on the 13th. So it did take me a little bit to get these finished. Then the next thing I have is works in progress. So I switched out my bag. I had these. I forgot to tell you about this yarn. This is Sinful Yarn in the color Love Shot, and it was on her Superwash Merino, 437 yards per 100 grams. So this one does not have any nylon in it. Maybe that was not the best choice for socks. Oh well. But I do like this color. It's got the red and black speckles. I have a lot of stuff, so I kind of feel like I'm rushing. I shouldn't be rushing. So I switched out the bag I had these socks in. I took the next pair out of this bag and put them in this bag. This is a Mountain State Stitches bag, and this is a Knit for Brains bag. So I needed to be able to put this one on my wrist and just have it with me. Let me grab a blocker. I have finished one of my socks that I was working on. This is also a Sinful Yarn in the color Far Out, and I did the stack of books patterned by Sock Witchery. I did 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 rounds for the leg after I did my 20 round cuff. I did 64 stitches, and then the stack of books pattern, that is like a broken rib. I did slip stitch heel flap and the toe from the Crazy Sock Ladies vanilla socks pattern. And I have a tiny bit on the second sock. I do these on 9-inch circulars until I get to the toe, and then I switch to magic loop. I have not moved any of my progress keepers over yet. I need to count and do that. I am loving this green color. So I've got a few more rows, the heel and the foot to do. I think I have about a week and a half to finish these. They have to be done by next weekend so I can show them and give them, because they are going to be a gift. So then the next thing I worked on was in this bag, my Stitch Quest bag. I have the Stitch Quest Ravelry page linked in the description box below. That is Amy of Happy Little Yarn and Andrea the Cat Lady, who are hosting that this year. I have my yarn. I'm using Cascade Heritage, and this color is 5682, and I think this is the white color. And last time I had not finished the increases. It was just down here, I had just a tiny bit, and it was on magic loop. I switched to 16-inch circulars. Right here is where I finished the increases, and now I just need to knit a whole bunch until I get to the other side. This is the Musselburgh by Ysolda Teague. Not really a good way to show it right now with it scrunched on the needles and only half a hat. So you'll see this a few more times. Maybe it will be finished a week or two into summer. I have this week of school and next week of school, and then I am officially on summer break. I love my summers. It's warm, I get to stay home and knit, but then I do start missing the kids and want to go back in about August. So the next thing, let's move this over. I have my notes right here. Let's talk about the Birch Pullover. This is a Sassy Sacks. All the places that you can purchase bags from the designer of the bag, I linked below. I don't know if you can get the exact fabric, but you can. Anything where you can still shop, I have linked that below. I'm using a Chick That Knits, and I'm using the color Fern Gully. And you saw the body was finished, and I'm working on the first sleeve. It was right here last time. I have measured and done, oh, there is a stitch marker in there. Let's poke that through. I have done 2 decreases so far. I think I'm almost ready for the next decrease. And I was right there last time. So, oh, I think I'm gonna love it. I say that every time. It's so squishy and soft. This is a half fisherman's rib, ribbing at the top. I love that Raglan line. And the ribbing at the bottom. I did a tubular cast off, tubular bind off. I sewed the bind off. And I have two cakes of yarn left. I'm pretty sure that will get me through the sleeves. This has been on my needles since September, and I would really love to finish it this summer. Then the next thing is in a bag by Awesome Granny, and I'm using U-Knit I Dye in the color Lavender Fields, and this is what it looks like in the skein. And I did work on the sleeve a little bit more. So I've got my markers to mark my decreases. This is the Resource Raglan by Sarah Opie. You get 2 different necklines, 3 different ribbing options, like to collar options, yes, 3 different collar options. Then you get, when you choose your collar, you get to choose 2 by 2, you get to choose your ribbing, you get to choose your raglan increases, you get to choose how long you want it, you get to choose your bottom ribbing. I matched my bottom ribbing with my top ribbing. There's modifications in there for bust darts, there's modifications for waist shaping, there's lots of modifications in the pattern. It is an ebook, and I think it's $40 now, $60. I think it might be 60. I think I paid 40, but I think it's 60 now. But it's an ebook, and it comes with all of the instructions, modifications, and I think there's even like a lookbook where you see, some people did a fade, some people did stripes, some people, like, it has all the different neckline options. I think you can even do a V-neck, short sleeves, long sleeves. So it just has lots and lots of modifications, and you could knit maybe 5 or 6 sweaters, and all of them have different modifications to them. So I am really enjoying this one. I'm enjoying the color, and I can't wait to get back to working on it. The next thing I worked on was my sea glass cardigan. I don't have any stoppers on here, but that's okay. let's hold it up. So this is what it's looking like so far. I was right here last time I showed it, so I made some progress. I am holding 2 fingering weight green scraps and doing 1 by 1 color work with Swish, and this is the color excuse me, Moss. And so every other stitch is the moss color, and then you switch which one you start with every time. So this one I started with the fingering weight and then the moss, and then the next one I started with the moss and then the fingering weight. And I'm holding the fingering weight double, and I have this huge bin of green scraps that I went through once, and every time I'm done with a row I put that contrast color in here until I get through the whole tote, and then pour this back into the tote. And so I have done that once already, so I'm on the second round of my minis. So I think I have to go 16 inches from where I split for the sleeves on the body, and then you do a fun little knot and you tie these and basically make like an I-cord edge, and then you pick up stitches and do the ribbing. And there's 2 different color options. There's a regular like button band collar or a bigger shawl collar. I think I want to do the shawl collar. Excuse me. Let's grab some water, see if that helps. I think that is all my garments, so let's talk about blankets. The one you've seen, actually, let's go with this one first. It's smaller. This is a By the Bay Bag Co. bag. I don't know if she is making bags. I went to the Etsy shop a while ago. It's still open, but I think she might just have the pattern for the bags. And this is my DK Jelly Roll blanket by Kay Jones, and I am using all of my leftover Knit Picks Felici yarn, and I am holding it double. And last Friday I was really craving scrappy blankets, so I said, well, let's work on your scrappy blanket. If that's what you want to do, then let's do it. I think I was right here last time I showed it, this pink camper. So I did do from there to there, and then I started the next row, and I'm just letting it marl together wherever it wants to marl. If it wants to kind of stay in the same striping sequence with just a little change between the two, I'm just letting it happen. I'm picking it up and holding it when I run out of one, because I take one of these and put it in my memory blanket, and so one is smaller than the other after I make my socks. So then I just take when this one runs out, I'll just grab my next two colors and magic knot onto the one that ran out. I usually try to pick the bigger one of the two, magic knot it on there, and just keep going. You can kind of see the magic knot right there, but from clear back here, no one's gonna know. When I have this all the way to my toes, it goes up. So hopefully this will be a nice blanket to curl up on the couch with, or lay on my bed in the winter when it gets cold. So this one, it actually worked out that the stripes were at the same spot when I did it, and this one is looking like it's at the same spot also. This one was not, but I think I like the way that it's sometimes matching and sometimes marling. So I really wanted to get that back out and work on it. It's really easy. The join I'm doing is the join that Kayla from the Crazy Sock Lady did on hers. That is linked. I don't have it linked in the description box, but it is on her Ravelry project page for her Jelly Roll blanket. I'll see if I can link that one also when I link that. So that's my Jelly Roll blanket. Then I worked on this blanket. You've seen this one in the Premier Bloom, and this is the Hydrangea color, and this is Garter Columns Throw. I just got it off the Premier website, and I have used, I want to say 4 skeins so far. It's getting pretty long. I think I have to have this one finished by Thursday. Right here it is just barely off the floor. I think I want to put at least 1 more skein of yarn in there. I am on the last bit of the 4th. So this might be a 5 skein project. I think the instructions said 3 of the Fresh Blooms Premier Yarn Puzzle. Yarn for this one, but I think it's for an adult. I'm going to make it a little bit longer. So this has to be done on Thursday. We are having a retirement party, and this is going to one of the ladies that I work with. I wanted to do it in an acrylic yarn so she could throw it in the washer and dryer whenever she needed to. And it's super soft. Then the last Friday, the Friday before Mother's Day, I should say, I wanted to just work on scrappy stuff, and that's when I worked on my Jelly Roll blanket and this blanket. this one is the Melting Marl Blanket by Stephen West. Let me see if I can find. There we go. The stitch marker where we last left off. Right here with this cute little dragon. So I did quite a bit on Friday. I love this so much. I love the colors. Right now I'm using all of my pink scraps. So I took, I think last summer, or maybe even before that, I took all of my yarn and I put it into these totes that I got from Walmart. I think these are just the Sterilite shoebox totes. And this is all my purple. I put it in all color families. I had to get a bigger one for my green one, but I divided them all up. And this is my pink basket. It's starting to glare from the windows. It is starting to I don't know what word I was thinking of. But I'm holding these two together right now, and you just hold your two together until one runs out, or you decide not to work with that one anymore and you break the yarn, you magic knot your next color on. I think the premise is just don't change both of them at the same time. So this one will run out before this one. So a magic knot, probably one of my other row-on minis until this one runs out. And I'm going to try to go my next color is going to be red, so I'm going to try to end with like these darker reddy pinks instead of the purpley pinks, and so then it'll fade right into the red. I think I have a few more rows of this section, and then, well, from here to here is the first repeat on the third set of instructions, and then I go back to this chevron and then the waves. And I'm really excited to work on this summer. Hopefully I can get some work on this in the summer. I might take this. Oh, I gotta put this in my memory blanket first. I was gonna stick it in here, but not yet. So I have just a couple tote bags. This one's my Knit Stars bag that I have my stuff in. And that is everything that I worked on. But yesterday was so exciting. I got to go to the Yarn in the Tail in Rock Springs, and Stephanie from Blackbird Sycamore had a trunk show, and I got to meet her in person for the first time. It was so exciting. And I brought home a huge bag of yarn. So let's see what I got. I got Jamberry, Perfumed Ghost, let's see, and then I got Garnet, and then I got 3 skeins of mohair. This one is Pink Jasper. I had got, where did I put it? These 3 from local yarn store day, and I couldn't remember exactly what they looked like, but I might pair these together instead of this mohair. I don't know. That's what I was thinking. Or I also got 4 skeins of the shop colorway. And this one is Mocha Mars. So I thought maybe I could do, I don't remember what I was going to do, but I got 4 so I can make a sweater. I could even hold this together. I'm not sure, but I want to do a sweater out of this one. And then I got some minis. I got Bleeding Heart, Garden Gnome, Amazon Night. I think that's a rock. Alice, and Berry Violet. And then I picked up some yarn to share with one of my coworkers. I got this very, very bright green. And these 2 little 25-gram minis. So I will be taking these to work with me. And that is what I got from the trunk show. And then I got my Yarnable yarn for May. And it is this beautiful yellow and green. I think I might do another pair of Minecraft socks with these for me, and this color is Squeeze the Day. Last time I had the yellow, it was a pineapple themed one, and I did the Minecraft socks and they looked like pineapple socks. So I'm thinking about maybe doing that again. And then I got my Mama Jess mystery May mystery sock set, pocket full of posies, and purple. And I ordered some more mystery yarn from Lamb Woman Knits. Right? Yeah. I got some more minis. I got 2 full skeins and 2 50-gram skeins. So I think she still having a sale on her mystery yarn. So go check that out. It will be linked below also. The yarn in the tail is linked at the top where it says my LYS. And I will link Stephanie's Etsy shop so you can go get you some beautiful Blackbird Sycamore yarn also. So I think that is everything that I worked on, everything that I bought this week or the last 2 weeks. Tomorrow is graduation. My daughter is graduating from high school, and so that chapter is closing for her, and she's starting college summer classes this summer, and she's doing those online so she can still be at home this summer with us. So summer is creeping up on us, and I'm so excited. Leave a comment in the comment box. Tell me your favorite thing about this episode today, and tell me what you're working on. I like to get some ideas of what you guys are working on and go check those out and see what else I want to put in my list of things that I want to make. Check out my Spreadshirt shop if you want to support the channel that way. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and until next time, happy knitting!